Hello YouTube, this is a look at Elite Dangerous version 1.2 beta. Now, it introduced two new ships, the Vulture and the Fer-de-Lance. Both of them are combat-oriented ships. I've done in-depth reviews on both of these ships thus far. Please see those videos for more information on the ships. I'm going to be looking more at how the wing system is working. 1.2 is dubbed Wings. This allows you and up to 3 of your friends to join up together, fly together, travel together, share combat bonds, share bounties, share profits from trading, although I'm not sure if it's actual sharing of profits or if it's a bonus paid for people escorting. Discuss a little bit more of that in a moment. But this is a standard typical flight number of 4. I mean, 4-ship group is the standard fighter formation and has been for 75 years for virtually every Air Force Naval air arm around the world. So 4 is a very logical number. It has a very good basis in reality. That's how fighter wings, or I should say fighter flights in proper vernacular, actually operate in the real world. Come from an RPG Xbox background. It's a party system, and some people have really criticized him for that number of 4. They felt it was too few. They wanted to be in big groups of people, and this game, it's never going to really work with the way it's designed, as well as just it's Twitch based, not an RPG. It can't have time dilation and things like that. But moreover, it's to prevent the organizations that can bring 20 ships into a group, into an instance, always dominating an instance, because nobody can get more than 12 ships in there to oppose them. So that's their thinking with limiting it to groups of 4. It really should limit some of that domination by one particular group in an instance. So here we have an example of bounty sharing there. And I'll talk about that system a little bit more in the moment. I'm kind of mixed about how it operates right now. The comm system has been overhauled. You have local chat now, and we'll see a great new feature here in just a moment as I am trying to figure out where it is. And frame shift, basically navigation locking. It enables one of your group to jump and everybody else to follow in either hyperspace or into supercruise. And if somebody drops out of supercruise into a USS or a cap ship engagement or gets interdicted, if you're close enough, you'll drop out automatically with them. If you're a little bit distance away, as soon as you fly into where that wake was, you'll drop on top of them, which is great. It's no more going into low wake frame shift wakes 30 seconds after your friend's been interdicted and they're 20 kilometers away, and you just absolutely have no capability of helping your friends. This is also going to make lone wolf pirating a heck of a lot more difficult, because most people are going to be convoying up, and let's say you and your friends or some of your friends are on another trade route halfway across the universe. With the introduction of local chat, you should be able to contact other players in that instance if you're in open play and work together. There's also been the introduction of the orbit cam or the debug cam, which is completely useless in combat, but allows you to take pretty pictures of your ship. This isn't it because of horrible lighting on my part and choice of trying to get light and stuff. But hey, it was my first time using the debug camera. This should lead to some more exciting machinima videos and just some more beauty shots and things of that nature. So I'm all for that feature being added in. That's a cool new feature. Here we are. We're fighting in a PvP fight in a war zone. So this was organized, us versus another, our group versus another group. And in fact, we were all on the same TeamSpeak channel, so it made coordination a little bit. Hey, I'm going to attack this guy now. Okay, everybody attack him. But the problem I have with the way that the combat voucher system works, at least, is it encourages focus and fire. Basically, in order to get a share of the bounty or the combat voucher, you have to get shots on target. You only have to land one shot, but if 2 of you land shots on a target, it's going to split that bounty or that voucher in half. 3 of you, it's going to split it 3 ways. 4 of you, it's going to split it 4 ways. The reason why I have an issue on it is focus firing in a dogfighting game is typically a very bad idea, especially when engaging smaller maneuverable ships. If it's equal numbers and the 4 of you are ganging up on somebody, it's more likely they're going to be able to tank you as their wingmen start to take on, your wingmen. So yes, it could end up in a situation where the 3 of you kill somebody quickly, but 1 or 2 of your wingmen get destroyed, and suddenly, yeah, you got that one guy, but now you're at a numerical disadvantage. And if the other side is any good, you're either getting the hell out of dodge, or you're dying very quickly. And also it discourages the use of group tactics such as drag and bag. Well, if I'm dragging a target for my wingman to kill, I've done my job as a good wingman, but I now get no reward for doing so. He gets 100% of the bounty, I get 0. So I think bounties should be split upon everybody that's in that instance. From a tactical doctrine standpoint, it would encourage people to take on their own targets, engage multiple targets at one time instead of everybody trying to kill the same target. I'm just saying that's one little tweak that I would like to be seen, or like to see changed in the coming week. Don't know if it will or not. Also, with bounties, as in if one of your wingmen shoots the wrong guy, the bounty is entirely on him. It's not spread throughout the group. So if he accidentally shoots a cop in a nav beacon, or a clean ship in a nav beacon, you know, he gets the bounty, you don't. So I'm kind of mixed on that right now. I'm leaning more toward that's acceptable personal responsibility versus shifting that on the group. So if you get it in with a bad wingman who's shooting everybody, and then it would prevent a random group of players, basically a pug, grouping up together, and then one of them deciding, I'm going to shoot every cop so that you all get ridiculously high bounties on you. So I'm kind of leaning towards that's a good feature instead of a bad feature. Something else here with the UI now, you'll notice that whenever you scan NPC ships, it'll tell you what faction that ship is a part of, and it will tell you if they're in wing, and if they are in wing, what position in the wing, although that's kind of arbitrary of what they are. It will make it easier if you're going on a 4-on-4 fight, and the wing leader can basically say, alright, you know, Lumos, you take number 1, Evil Seed, you take number 2, Wiggles, you take number 3, I'll take number 4. So you can divide up targets that way without having to necessarily see. And if your wingmen know that that's who they're going to be taking on at the beginning of a fight and who to look for, you don't even have to call out names or anything like that. You just have to call out, you know, they know what number they're going to be engaging. So those are some great things. It also kind of begs the question if there isn't going to be some sort of player syndicate system in the future. Again, when it tells you what faction they're a part of. Player-based factions of some kind, sub-syndicates, sub-factions. Don't know if, when, how that would all work out. They've said they don't really like the idea, but if they are going to do something like that, they're going to do it right, and they're going to take the time to do so. So it may not be an update that's around for a good long while. A couple of other things to note is if you're grouping up and doing a transport convoy, basically working together to escort traders, you get paid apparently a bonus. Now this is something that I have not yet been able to test out. I saw it in the screen, but if you escort fighters or escort freighters, and or just say 4 trading anacondas get together and decide to do a trade route together, going from system to system. If all of you are in the system when they successfully dock and trade their goods or sell their goods, you should receive a basically escort voucher. Now, my understanding is this is not paid out of profits from the traders, that this is paid out as a bonus by the Pilots Federation on top of that for successfully escorting freighters to a destination. I'm not 100% sure how that works out, but nonetheless, now traders and combat pilots, it gives people who want to focus on combat the ability to escort a couple of traders, or if you have 4 Type 9s working together, 4 anacondas working together, you know, you'll get those goods traded, you'll get your each get your profits, as well as a bonus on top of that for escorting each other and grouping up and encouraging play. So that's going to, I think that may be the carrot that I've been looking for to encourage people to play in open play. It's that bonus that you're not going to get right now in solo play by playing by yourself. You're not going to get that bonus of working together as a team. And that's going to encourage working together as a team. And I'm all for things that do that. Additionally, if I haven't mentioned already, there's USS signals that have weak, strong, and we went into a strong signal and it was multiple pirate ships. NPC ships now can gang up and pull you out. So now it's just not that lone pitiful eagle, it's that lone pitiful eagle and 3 of his Cobra buddies pulling you out of an interdiction. Or, you know, 4 sidewinders, things like that. Makes it a little bit more challenging. And solo players, I think that's going to be enough of a stick for solo players, unless you can hire NPC wingmen, which apparently at some point you should be able to do. But for right now, Solo players I think are going to be on the forums and in Reddit raging that they get pulled over by 4 NPCs and are getting popped more often. So that's kind of a review of 1.2 in a nutshell. I will probably do further videos whenever I figure out more mechanics and if anything changes when it goes live, and of course state of the game videos later on in the month. Be sure to like, subscribe, share. See you next time.